This is terrible.
Carly, honey, here's some tea. Now drink it. It's hot.
So Ben says that Jack's gonna be okay, and then he just takes off?
Well, he got paged. He's a doctor. It probably was an emergency. Come on now, just try to relax. I don't understand. Here you are, you were moaning and groaning. You thought that Jack was going to die, and now the surgeon says that Jack's going to be all right, and you act like it's the end of the world.
No, I'm happy about that part.
Well, you don't act very happy.
Well, you heard what Ben said. He said that Jack shouldn't do anything for the next few months.
So what, honey? So what? He'll be eventually.
I don't have a few months, Lisa. You said it yourself. I have to get pregnant by the end of March. And that just means I've got one kind of small little window of opportunity here. If I lose that opportunity, I lose the money.
Yeah, I know. It's a real problem.
It's terrible.
I know. It's really bad. I mean, $50 million.
Tell me about it.
Yeah. But at the same time, honey, you love Jack. Well, tell you what, he's a wonderful, wonderful man. But, Carly, trying to get the man and the money, that can be very, very tricky.
I think it is.
Well, look, you know how doctors, they generalize on things like this, so you don't know. I mean, Jack could be up and about in no time at all. Then that would give you time to do what you have to do.
Oh, Jack.
As the world turns.
Jack. Jack, if you can hear me, you're gonna be all right. You gotta be all right.
Honey, Ben said that he got through it just fine.
He did. He came through just fine. It just take a while for the anesthesia to wear off.
He looks so pale.
He's gonna be fine, Carly.
Did you lose a lot of blood?
There was some loss of blood, yes.
But you were there, right? So you know that he's gonna be all right.
Yes, Ben asked me to assist.
And so you know for certain that he's gonna make it all.
He's going to need a lot of rest.
How soon can he come home from the
Wait
hospital?
a minute. Just slow down, one day at a time. When Jack tried to get out of bed, he tore loose a piece of mesh that was placed in his abdomen during the first surgery. Now, we've repaired that. We can expect a full recovery, but he needs rest and lots of it.
Right. Lots of rest. But he's strong, right? So he could bounce back real fast. The only question is, how fast? Jack, you see? He's already awake. Hi, G-Man. How are you feeling?
Need to find out.
Jack, it's Bob Hughes. You came through the surgery just fine. What we want you to do now is rest, okay?
You had me so scared, Jack. Bob. No, it wasn't bad enough. I thought I'd lost you up there in that cabin. And now they're racing you off to the OR again. You gotta stop. You gotta stop giving me these heart attacks, Jack. Do you need anything? Can I get you some water?
Holden, stand back.
No. Hal and Margot are taking care of that, okay? They're there, and anything that needs to be done is going to be done. You just have to believe me, okay? All you have to do now is concentrate on resting so you can get well. You've got to get well. You've got to get well fast.
I gotta find Holden.
Oh, Bob, I'm really glad to hear it. That means he'll be as good as new, huh?
Absolutely. It's still serious, but it's no longer critical.
See? I mean, I bet you thought that he wouldn't wake up after the surgery for hours, but there he is, just snaps right out of it. He's going to recover fast. I really think so. Just a couple of weeks, tops.
Carly, I know you're very anxious for Jack to get better, But let's not be unrealistic. After the amount of surgery that he had on his abdomen, it's going to be very difficult for him just to take a deep breath. So he's going to be in bed for weeks.
Okay, yeah, but there must be some sorts of medicines that can help him recover faster, right? Like some kind of homeopathic herbs or hypnosis, maybe.
Carly, you know, I've had some experience with patients and how long the healing process takes. Jack is going to be bedridden. His recovery is going to be slow. And the last thing he needs right now is someone encouraging him to push himself. You know what happened when he tried to get out of bed? Now, the internal hemorrhaging could happen again, and he may not be as lucky this time. So what he needs is time to rest and time to heal. And if he doesn't get that, he could die. Are we clear on that?
Teague's attack on Jack and Carly is a plus. Jack's testimony is also a plus. But unless the blood on that shirt is Molly Conlon's, our appeal won't have enough weight.
Yeah, well, what about the kerosene on the shirt?
If we want to have the felony murder charge thrown out, we've got to prove that Teague was the one who attacked Molly. So the sooner we get that
Jessica.
DNA report, then.
Hi. I need to talk to you. And your office said you were here, so I thought...
Oh, wait a minute, but first, Carly, have you seen Molly since you've been back in town?
No? Jess, can I have that?
Wait a minute. What about before you left? Did she say anything about taking off, leaving town for a while?
No. But maybe you ought to try Smithfield. That's where her daughter is with that family.
We have no luck.
I'm fresh out. Now, could I please speak with my lawyer alone?
Can we use the interrogation room? It'll just be a minute. All right, not that I'll necessarily take your case, but why do you need a lawyer?
Well, it's about the trust fund.
Carly, I represent Rosanna. If you need a lawyer, then you need to see someone else. I am very busy right now.
No, but you know, it'll just take a minute. Okay. So, now the trust agreement states that I have to have a baby by December 31st, right? Which means I have to get pregnant by March 31st or so.
And?
And, well, I think I finally met the right guy. And it's not Mike, so you can tell Rosanna it isn't Mike. But this guy, well, I'm crazy about him.
Really?
Yeah, really. But there's a problem, and the problem is that he is more or less incapacitated at the moment.
Well, and that's regrettable.
It is that. It is regrettable. And what's even more regrettable is that there's no way we are going to be able to get together so I can get pregnant in time. So what I'd like is to ask Rosanna if she could maybe put an extension on the deadline so that I could have a chance here, all right? So can I have her number, please?
No.
Jessica, please.
There is no way Rosanna's going to grant you an extension, Carly, so just forget it.
You haven't even asked her yet.
I've been in touch with Rosanna at least every other week since this whole thing began. I tried, in fact, to get her to cancel the whole contract, especially considering how you've acted, but she won't do it. So it's going to go forward as it is until the deadline. That's it.
Let me talk to her.
She doesn't want to talk to you about the contract or anything else.
Then you talk to her.
I said no.
She has a right to know. You haven't even told her that
All
I want
right.
this extension.
If it'll shut you up, then I'll call her.
Carly, I need a minute. Carly, I called you down here to give your statement about what happened up at the cabin, Teague's cabin. Didn't you get my message?
Well, Margot, I've had a few more important things on my mind. You know, you'd think that the paperwork of a dead guy would come second to what's happening with Jack right now.
Well, Jack's been okay for a while now.
That's not true. He was just rushed into the OR, practically bleeding to death. He just came out a few minutes ago.
Oh, my God, I'm sorry. I didn't know. Is he going to be okay?
Yeah, I hope so.
Carly, you and Jack got real close at the cabin, didn't you?
What? Now I can't care about the guy who saved my life more than once?
It's a simple question. Did you?
Why do you want to know?
I'm just asking. Because Hal was real worried about you while you were gone.
Yeah, he told me.
I don't want to see Hal get hurt.
Wow. Marco, we actually agree on something. I'm flabbergasted. It's amazing, isn't it? Could you mind your own business, please? Thanks.
Whatever changes you want to make, it's always your call. Okay?
Is that Rosanna?
Whatever you
Could
say.
I speak with her, please?
Bye.
Please, please.
That's great. That's really great. You could have at least let me speak to her so I could explain.
I explained, and Rosanna gave her answer, which was no. Flat out no. If you don't have the baby by December 31st, you get $0, not a penny. Okay?
Don't move. Just lie still. Oh, God, what am I gonna do?
Carly, I just got out of my meeting. I wanted to stop by and see how Jack was doing.
He's resting.
So, how are you, honey?
Oh, I'm just fine. As long as you don't ask for details.
Were you able to get in touch with Jessica Griffin?
Yeah. For all the good it did me.
Oh,
She treated me like dirt, as usual, and then did me the big favor of calling Rosanna to see if I could have an extension.
no go, huh?
Are you kidding? I bet Rosebud busted a gut laughing before she said I had to meet the deadline or no money.
That's so strange. I always thought Rosanna was such a sweet girl.
Mm.
She's really, this is so, well, it's unusual.
A cruel and unusual punishment is what it is, because I took her beloved Mike away.
Oh, well, listen, Carly, you have to make a decision, and you're going to have to make that decision very soon.
I know. I love him, Lisa.
You don't love Hal.
I like Hal. He's as sweet as they come.
Hal can make you pregnant. And you love the money. We both know that. You wait for Jack, you lose the money.
And if I go for the money, I lose Jack.
Yeah, that's right. You're going to have to decide. Is the money worth it?